Morning, friends. Today, yet I'm back with one more important major transit. I think you might have seen in the thumbnail. So, I think Mars is so important because it's a very fast-moving planet. It usually travels a sign within a 40-45 days. So, what is so important this time that Scorpio Mars need to be discussed? Okay. So this is not only the context of an individual birth chart, moon sign or ascendant, but looking at the global dynamics, I think in lot many matters, basically, lot of kind of immigration, layoff, lot many war-like scenarios, or lot of I think dynamics are taking place, civil war kind of situation, lot of natural calamity, or you can say this time the winter, the global climate will witness something very extraordinary changes basically globally. We can witness earthquake, tsunami, or I think these are some big words I would like to say, but why it is important this time. First of all, let me explain you. Mars is shifting tomorrow, 27th of October 2025 into the Scorpio sign, where Mercury is recently just entered. Okay. Mercury is the natural third and sixth lord, and Mercury is the planet of seasons, climate, environment, going into the Scorpio. A very intense kind of a sign. Mercury and Mars both are natural communication. I would like to say you can say they both are the Karka of third house. Mercury is a Karka of sisters, Mars is a Karka of brothers. Both, I think, younger brother and sisters. So that is basically both are in the Scorpio. By the time we are talking, Jupiter is in a very Atichari mode. What is Atichari? Extremely speedy transit. Jupiter, since last few months, basically in very speedy transit, has entered the Cancer sign in a Punarvasu nakshatra, which it means reform, development, and some you can say old structure will get finished and some new structure will start. So, in the similar way, death of an old member, birth of a new member in the family. Is this applicable to most of the people in some way or other way? Post old kingdom going, new kingdom coming. Old companies dying, new companies forming. So this is a extremely a big transformative period in what ways? Let's have a basic idea. Basically, the current major planetary transit. Ketu is in Leo, in the sign of kingdom. Ketu means old. So some big powers, some big organization, and some big countries which were basically dominating the world in terms of technology, in terms of army, in terms of pharma, in terms of political, their heft and lot many things. Their influence will show a massive decline in lot many ways. I'll not name the country's name, but people can correlate it. So the company which was country which was famous for lot many people which were monarch, or I think death of a monarch is possible. Any country which there are monarchies, basically head of the state, some leaders basically may be assassinated or something kind of a thing might happen. So Ketu in Leo is whenever there old king going and new king coming, old kingdom dying and new kingdom coming up. So Ketu basically is one of the very big center transition period. Okay. Now from I think Ketu in Leo, Rahu in Aquarius, massive level of protest by the people due to various reasons. That Aquarius Rahu is already telling lot of corporate organization may be taking off lot many jobs of people. Lot many people might have been witnessing job losses and lot many things basically. So that is already happening. Corporate dynamic changes and employment issues may bother a lot. So this Rahu Ketu are in that problematic mode. And one side we see the Saturn in the Pisces, which is 8 from the Ketu, which is again very serious concern. This Saturn transit becoming 8 from the Leo Ketu is creating a very great turmoil kind of a situation. And Rahu being the opposite in Aquarius basically. So a silent, you can say, transformation or something like that. Slowly, something is coming up. And by the time Mars and Mercury joining into the Scorpio sign, as I think tomorrow Mars will be joining in Scorpio sign, it will remain stay in Scorpio sign till 7th December 2025. 25. Then it will enter to the Sagittarius. For that, I'll make a separate video. So before I move forward, I request all of the viewers who are fond of watching transits and lot of dynamic through their moon sign, birth, ascendant, how this planet is going to influence your life in a good way or bad way. Stay connected with this channel. Please subscribe this channel. Put a like so this video can reach to the maximum people. If you have any questions, any doubt, you can drop down in the comment section. Anybody willing to take professional consultation or want to study astrology professionally one-to-one from the basic level to predictive master, you can also approach me in my WhatsApp number. I'm conducting lot many courses over Zoom one-to-one thinking mode. Okay. So friends, I think what is so special? So on the one hand, I think when the Scorpio Mars will be transiting in the Scorpio, joining Mercury already there, which will be staying hardly for some, let's say 18, 20, 25 days. So basically, this is a little bit scary for lot many people. Okay, Mercury is children's. Something very brutal happening with the small children, girl child, small babies, infant babies. Scorpio sign also somewhere controls the reproductive organ of male, female. So those female who are undergoing any pregnancy or something like that, this is the sign of chronic diseases, illness and something like that, viral infection and something can come up. But Jupiter is aspecting the Scorpio sign. As from the Cancer sign. Recently, Jupiter has shifted to Cancer. I have already made a video on Jupiter transit. So those who are watching my video for the first time, they can also check out the Cancer Jupiter transit video. Okay. But this time Jupiter is moving in the Cancer for a very short time. And within a month time, it will come back to the Gemini again. It was in Atichari mode. And currently in the Atichari mode, it has entered Cancer. And by 11th of November, Jupiter is getting retrograde. Cancer sign becoming the eighth sign. Eighth sign from the Sagittarius is a sign of rules, universal rule, global rule, dharma, or something. Whenever a planet goes eighth in something, transformation, reform, development, so there might be lot many financial crises, lot many insecurities in individual people's life. Their comfort zone will be breached. Insecurities in financial terms, in health terms, in climate, atmosphere, unexpected rain in some kind of places, floods, earthquake, civil war kind of a situation. Something very great insecurity, great suspense will come up in lot many ways. Look, I'm not here trying to scare anybody, but to just make you alert. Most of the people who are travel friendly, going to the any location, travel destination, which are hilly region or ocean or seashore or something like that, be careful till 7th of December. Robbery, snatching incidents and terrorist activity, some war kind of a thing, something can happen in very unusual manner. Suspected people, basically youth, might get distracted in lot many ways. Any kind of gambling activity will backfire like anything. Some people will grieve great. Why? Scorpio is sign the natural eight sign. Some gambling in something, unexpected money, unexpected inheritance, grabbing of land or something. So major, I think, change might happen. Something, some old blunders may be made corrected during in the political canvas, basically, and the geographical dynamics. So this is something I have told you about the global dynamics, keeping the economics in mind, political scenario in the mind. Apart from that, in the individual country scenarios might be getting a lot of troubles in lot many ways. People who are basically travel friendly, going to various tourist locations should be very careful, must be aware about the climate. There might be, like this year, we witnessed Pahalgam kind of a terrorist attack. So basically, going to any of the tourist location, be very careful. I would like to say this time Scorpio Mars joining Mercury, getting aspect from the Jupiter till 11th of November. Jupiter is aspecting, so somehow it will save also, but it's a condition applied. This time Jupiter is in not normal speed. It's called Atichari speed. Those who do not understand what is the Atichari, it's a Hindi Sanskrit word. Atichari means excessive speedy motion. Jupiter is a planet of prosperity, stability. Currently, you are watching the gold is shooting the highest, and Jupiter controls the gold. Why? So sometimes when you see very unusual thing, basically Jupiter is not known for a very speedy transit. Whenever it walks in that speed. It's a very scary combination in lot many ways. People are already within the global economy gets shattering. Lot of reforms are happening. So this water sign basically is the force of universe. Let's say now your teacher is telling you to upgrade yourself, change, start, study, improve, resolve your mistake. When you don't do all the things, then whenever the cruel planet basically joins the water sign dynamics, like Saturn in Pisces, Mars in Scorpio, and Jupiter basically in a very speedy Athishari mode, and recently it will become retrograde by 11th of November to 11th of March next year. I'll make a separate video for the retrograde Jupiter transit for people who have a retrograde Jupiter, what different they can witness. So this retrograde Jupiter aspecting this in make lot of course correction in global dynamics and lot many ways. But for some people it will be a great gain. For some people it will be a great loss. So now here I'll be just giving you a basic feedback about all the moon sign and ascendant. You can relate both. With the condition dasha we are going, I am not aware about each person's dasha and dasha. So something good and bad will happen with the basically moon sign and ascendant. So basically stay connected with it. So for the Aries ascendant people, they are of Aries moon sign. They are under the influence of Saraswati and their moon sign lord or ascendant lord going into the Scorpio. So basically, look at the trouble in the marriage life might create in-laws issues. Somebody within your family is a very old age person may have a demise kind of a situation. A birth of a new child is possible quite because it is Saraswati there. Some land related, ancestor related conflict either may start or may create a trouble in your life. Separation in marriage life, or this is not a very ideal period for marriage and lot many things. Selling of some property or gaining something through inheritance is quite possible. So Aries moon sign, I would like to say it's a bit scary place. You people should be extremely very careful for switchover of any job or putting big investment in anything, buying any land or something like that. This is not a very ideal transit for Mars, basically for Aries moon and Cancer, especially if there is a Sun, Rahu, or any other planet basically sitting. Be very careful related to your father related matter, family related. Be very careful in the married life. So this is not a very ideal transit for Aries moon, Aries ascendant. Now coming to the Scorpio people. Now, Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, Mars will be passing in the seventh plot in seventh, and currently Mercury joining there basically. So these people may see some great marriage might get triggered, love marriage might take place, basically some great gain, some great growth in business might happen. But you have to be very careful in terms of communication with your family member. But this is again two Marka planet joining in the seventh house. So going in any dating app, matrimonial site, be very careful. There might be some fraudulent cheating activity might happen. So you have to be extremely very careful where you are putting money in partnership or something. This is not a very ideal period to start a new venture or something, but you might gain something from the partner's spouse or something. This is in some context, this is a favorable transit. I would like to say Taurus will be somewhere in a gaining position, but also driving car, vehicle, going to any location to different places. You should be extremely very careful because two Marka planet, Mercury is the second lord as a Marka, and Mars being a seventh lord. So this may be dangerous for you or either your spouse or somebody within your family. Some conflict separation may also get triggered in life. Why? Because Jupiter being the eighth lord in Taurus ascendant or Taurus moon sign in a retrograde position would be aspecting, you'll be feel cheated, trouble in something like that. Some financial losses might happen, some health issues, somebody may attack or something might happen. But sometimes great gain is also possible. Great windfall is because Saturn somewhere in Pisces will be helping you. Sometimes it will be growing like anything. Your business expansion may also happen. So both things are quite possible. So that was for I think Taurus. Then we will move back to the sign Gemini, moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, Mars basically sixth lord, joining the ascendant lord, fourth lord. Mars is also the 11th lord here. Currently, Saturn is in the Pisces. You'll be winning some competition. Be very careful about any kind of competition in terms of health. Although this is, I think, somehow a good transit. Sixth Mars is basically crushing of your enemy, winning competition, winning lottery, gaining from competition, some gaining job. I would like to say Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, if you don't have planet Sun or I think Jupiter here, then I think it's not very scary, but you have to be somewhere very careful. If you have Rahu in this sign, you should be extremely very careful. There may be a trap designed for you for conflict or fight. So this is not an ideal period for a fight or something, but financially, professionally, some great gains. Some of your friends enemies, some of your friends enemy will become friends, will become enemy, enemies will become friend, because Mercury, Mars, I think both joining there. Some issue in your family life with the mother, you have to be extremely careful. Some landed dispute might arise, or you may win some court cases in that way. So be very careful with your mother related matters in lot many ways, as Jupiter will be aspecting them. So some gain, some advantage will be there. I would like to say among the first three signs, Gemini will be on the higher side of gaining for next 40 to 50 days. This will be in a one better position. Be careful with debate, argument, discussion in anything. Okay. So don't unnecessary waste your energy arguing with the people. This is, I think, a period to work very silently in the life. Okay. So most of the planet are in water sign. Don't share your plan next move to anybody within next 1.5 month. Okay. In terms of travel, moving with the friends, some of your friends might ditch you, cheat you, try to harm you in some way, because Mars is also the 11th lord of friends. Your elder brother, sibling might face some trouble, challenges. Sometimes you may lose the old job and gain a new job, and that is also quite possible. Okay. So that was for the Gemini. Then we will come to the planet Cancer sign and Cancer ascendant people. Mars, one of the best planet for the Cancer moon sign ascendant. So Mars is moving in the fifth house, basically joining Mercury. Basically, you have to be very careful for any overseas trip or any short journey kind of a trip. Some creative things we can do this time. A birth of a child can happen in the family life. Some great things might happen. This transit will somehow help the cancer people in a lot many ways. You might come up with something very great, creative thing, or starting of your own business, profession, or something, a child. But more or less, I would like to say it's moderately a good transit somehow. But depending upon the Jupiter's position, we alter the things basically. But some, if you are a old age parents, be keep an eye with your young teenage children. Basically, I think somewhere they may face trouble, challenges, some health issues might bother in your life. So these are some minor things. But Cancer ascendant can also make some great money, some great gain in this transit basically, in speculations and something like that. Any kind of power sector stocks, or I would like to say tourism sector stocks, medicine sector stock, agriculture stocks, or petroleum stocks, or something related to that, you will see some great gains. You will be a smart person for next most of the days. With the condition, I think Venus should not join here, because that will be like act like a Badhakaraka planet. But this is not a very ideal period for entering in any love affair or marriage, basically. So this is for Cancer people. Now we will move back to the Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant. They are under the small Sarasati. Saturn is currently in the eighth sign, which is the sixth and seventh lord. Mars, obviously one of the best planet, ninth lord and fourth lord. So Mars and Mercury are a wealth-giving yoga taking place in the fourth. Jupiter becoming the fifth lord, and I would like to say eighth lord in the 12th, aspecting this conjunction. Saturn in the Pisces. So during these cases, some of your old landed property, if not sold, basically you will see selling of your some properties, or some gaining in terms of property will happen. You might buy some property or something like that, some great gain from ancestors. But this is not a very ideal time for your parents, grandfather, somebody very old age in your family. If going through a bad dasha, something, death of a family member is quite possible in the chart. As currently, sun is not very convenient during this time. So for Leo ascendant, I would like to say, unlike Aries ascendant, this is not a very ideal time. Lot of stress, conflict within the family due to financial matters, lot of hospital related issues. I think for the mothers, sisters, family. Avoid any kind of conflict discussion. Be very careful in your life. Separation in married life, or this is not a very ideal time for getting married or something, or going for any dating off. Even in business, I think you will feel some loss. Decision making will suffer in your life. So you have to pay total attention into your family environment. Will be occupied in the family matters. Especially if your father is at a very old age and traveling to any destination of tourism or something, should not be a very ideal place, because Mars becoming the ninth lord, eighth from itself. This makes, I think, Mars scary for the father, mother both. Something related to father, grandparents is not a very ideal thing. For children, it will be a moderate period. You need to also take care of your children's education in a lot many ways. For Leo, it's not a very ideal transit. I would like to say moderately problematic transit. Apart from Aries sign, this will be the second sign needs to be extremely very careful. Now coming to the next sign, Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant. For them, ascendant lord, 10th lord, Mercury joining the company of Mars, transit for next 42 days. Unlike Gemini, I would like to say Virgo will be also winning some competition, some gaining, some promotion, some growth is likely to happen. You people might get marriage. Jupiter will be in excellent position in the 11th house, meeting new friends, new network. You might have gone through lot many challenging period in past 1 2 years. So I would like to say this next 42 months will be extremely good for you with the condition. If Scorpio is somewhere basically having sun here, take care of your father in better way. If you have a Venus, be very careful with the neighboring surrounding. Otherwise, this transit is going to be extremely beneficial. You people may find job, jobless people may find job. Those might have lost a job or something, they will get some great new opportunities. This is a great initiative for traveling some different things in certain way. Basically, you might start your business profession or starting something. So this is moderately a good concept. You will win over your enemies competition in a lot many ways. In terms of financial gains are also visible in business. Something great may happen. You may get some great contracts, growth in your business life, and Mars becoming the eighth lord also coming into the third. So little bit scary, dangerous, being driving, traveling or something like that. In your original chart, if Mars is somewhere not very good, Saturn not good, this can be dangerous for also. Moving to any short location by public transport or something should be very careful, especially to any travel destination, tourism destination. There might be some conflict, argument, discussion with the people around you. So some surprise, sudden things might happen, shock, accident can also trigger. So this is for the Virgo people. Now, the next sign basically coming in the pipeline is Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant. Mars becoming the seventh lord and second lord coming into own sign, joining the Mercury and Jupiter in the 10th. I would like to say Ketu in the 11th, Rahu in the 5th. This is a bit scary, people, for the Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant. Although a birth of a new member in the family and a death in an old member in the family might happen, possibility, but this month you will be putting lot many expenditure on the some investment. Be very careful. Don't go for any shortcut investment. You may be trying to putting lot many money in education, health matter related to your family member. Some conflict may happen within your family. Anything related to father, your grandmother, you have to be extremely very careful. Any of your ancestors might go through lot many challenging situation. This is not a very ideal transit for Libra. I would like to say this is a bit scary. Although Saturn in sixth and Jupiter in 10th are good, but financially this is not a very ideal transit. You people may be having a lot of stress in the family life, within the family, going for any parties or shifting of a job or going for any interview. This is not an ideal period. Don't try to go for any switchover of job or something. This is not a very ideal transit for making any big investment. Continue the routine you follow basically. So Mars basically joining Mercury is bit scary here because Ketu is in the 11th house. Financially, you have to be very careful. Be careful with the speech. There might be unnecessary conflict within the family. Some threat to the family member who are old ages people basically, because Mercury represents father, ninth lord, and it is the 12th lord. So maternal grandfather, or I would like to say, uh, paternal grandmother or something like that, you need to be extremely very careful. In terms of investment also, going to some different country and going for something, you might have gone for education, something. Some setback, some trouble might trigger in your life. You may feel some shock, surprise happening with you in your life. So this is not a very ideal transit for Libra moon, Libra ascendant people. You should be bit very careful. This is not the ideal time for starting any new marriage relationship or getting engaged or live-in relationship. You may be dragged to unnecessary litigation or something will come up in front of your mind. You will feel cheated or you will feel that somebody has betrayed your trust. So this is a period of a very close silent observation. Then we come to the sign, basically Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant. Moon happens to be the ninth lord, but it's the significance of a father also, gurus also. And Mars is the ascendant lord and sixth lord in this year and joining Mercury. This can be extremely very dangerous to the Scorpio moon sign and extremely very gaining, both. They both are completely on the sitting on the landmine. Within your friends may turning great enemies and enemies becoming your source of great gain in your life. This sign by birth is like living on the edge or death or something like that. Either they may be losing some inheritance or gaining some inheritance. I think threat to the marriage spouse or something like that. This is not a separation in married life. Setback in some business teamwork. Somebody may ditch you in some way or good way, losing of a job, or sometimes gaining a great opportunity in your life because somewhere basically this is a very threatful period for Scorpio moon ascendant. You people should be extremely very careful. Why I am saying this? Jupiter from the Cancer aspecting. Jupiter is a Marka planet, second lord. Anybody within your family, be very careful with driving. Don't, this is not an ideal time to trust a stranger people in your life. Somebody within your own family may become a source of a great trouble in your life. So this is not a very wise transit to make any big, I think, in a knee-jerk action or something like that. Because Saturn in the fifth, I think third lord, fourth lord in the fifth, basically putting third aspect in Taurus, one aspect on the Virgo and one aspect on the Sagittarius. So Saturn, it may be balancing some of the way, but not very, I think, convincing period, I think. Apart from Libra also, you are completely standing on the landmines basically. So anything can happen with the depending upon the dasha transit happening. Rahu in the fourth house. So if you are planning something very scary period, basically playing very dicey things, something, some gambling might backfire like anything. Something may go out of your plan because Saturn in fifth and Rahu in fourth does not show a very good internal heart brain condition in terms of transit. Jupiter somehow is good in certain ways. Sometimes it can give you great gains in your life, great gain in business, great gain in achievement, finding job. Both things are quite possible, 50-50. Now, depending upon your chart, Dasha, planet, Mercury, Mars, it will speak up the complete story. For that, if you're willing, you can go for a professional consultation. So I can give you the details, but this sign needs to be extremely very careful. Going to any hilly tracks, any oceanic location, trusting somebody on the friends, colleagues, environment. So this is a extremely, you can say, the biggest challenging sign may be this sign because this transit is happening on your ascendant. Mars is mainly the sixth house lord and Mercury is the 11th house lord. And whenever there's a sixth lord and 11th lord conjunction, this becomes very scary for anybody. Loss of a life, injury, loss of a body organ, treatment, surgery, anything can happen. Be very careful with your father family. I'm not here to scare you, but trying to just make you alert that I think don't try to start something very all of a sudden new with regard to the father, mother, family, business, elder brother, sister. So this is a very mixed bag transit for things. Anything can happen. Great achievement, great success also, but with a cost attached with that, which sometimes may make very uncomfortable. You may regret that why you might have done something like that. So you have to be extremely very careful. Then let's come to the Sagittarius ascendant where Mars becomes the fifth lord and 12th lord and joining the Mercury. I would like to say if you are into any extramarital affair, any kind of illegal activity, any kind of illegal gambling or something like that, any investment, something short term, I think trying to making money through shortcut or something because Rahu in the third will somehow activate the Saturn politic trying to gain something. This will give you a great setback in life. Like if you are settled in a foreign country, this is a warning bell. You might be forced to leave your job or business, loss of a job, loss of a business might happen. Although you are into the small Saraswati Kantak Shani, this is not a very ideal period with related to your children. I think be very careful with the children. Keep an eye on your children. If your children are below 16 years of age, being a mother, being a father, I think there is some negative activity possibility. You may lose your children. They may be kidnapped or something like that. So where they are playing, whom they are playing, going to any travel destination or trying to making some big investment, trying to buy some property, going for marriage, relationship, any extramarital affair or something, this can create a big trouble in your life. You may be unnecessary put down into the false accusation of charges, legal issues by the opposite side, opposite gender, some of your colleagues, some of your bosses, to taking the advantage of your weak time because you are into the conduction. You may be somehow in the turmoil problem, but this is only possible whenever if you are going through any bad planet Antardasha right. Okay, it's hardly, I would like to say 44 days. You have to be extremely very careful. Otherwise, I think I would like to say this is a moderate transit. I will not say good, moderate transit because this is not a very ideal period for Sagittarius. Then coming to the sign of Capricorn, moon sign, Capricorn ascendant, Mars becoming the fourth lord, 11th lord, joining Mercury, which is the sixth lord, and ninth lord, where Mercury mostly plays the role of ninth lord, and Mars will play the role of little bit problematic for your mother and father, little bit, but somehow you will gain out of this. Rahu in the second, or I would like to say Capricorn sign can see the biggest gain during this transit. Some great promotion, great achievement in business, buying some landed property, you might be getting some gift, promotion. You will be meeting some great people during this time. I think if you are invested in any project, work for a very long time, this is a reward recognition period. You may be, I think, traveling to some different location as a promotion, something like that. Some great opportunity may come into your life with the condition Dasha is helping you in some way or good way. Saturn will be in the third, Rahu in the second, Ketu in the eighth. So be very careful with your somehow with your friends, basically in term little bit because Mercury is the sixth lord also. Sixth lord going in 11th house, trouble with the mother, trouble with the father. Pay proper attention to your family members. Minor, I would like to say threat is there, but I'll say the maximum cases Capricorn moon sign will be benefiting the most with this next transit. So you people, after that Saraswati has over, I think this will be one of the favorable period for you. You will be rewarded, you will be gained. Going for marriages also, you can go for that option. It's not going to bother. Uh, Jupiter, you may some receive some great things from the overseas and something like that. But don't fall into any trap of love affair or something. Be very watchful because Jupiter becoming the 12th lord, transiting the seventh house is a planned strategical enemy, something like that. But in terms of marriage after verification, this will be a good period. Unmarried people might find good partner and marriage may happen during this period. Anybody willing for a divorce separation, you will win the court cases litigation in your life. Somehow you will be gaining this period. Okay, so this is in that way. Now moving back to the next sign, which is the Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant. They are into the last phase of Saraswati. Mars becoming the third lord, going to the 10th. Mercury the fifth lord and eighth lord into the 10th. Professionally, I would like to say this is a fantastic period. I would like to say Saturn in second, Mars in second, Mercury being the fifth and eighth lord. Some secretive achievement, promotion, growth, financial gain is possible. You will feel some recognition. But trouble with the children related matter, any kind of gambling activity should be little bit careful because Saturn is not allowing a great gain or something. Jupiter currently in the 6th and 11th. Some of your enemy competitor will be trying to stop down your promotion, your growth, your reputation, litigation might bother. But somehow I think universe will help you in this way. I'll not say a very fantastic transit, but moderately good on the positive side. You will be moderately gaining something, buying some landed property. If you have lost some money due to fraudulent activity, you have not got some promotion during this period, you will get some secretive gain, but some threat also is there attached. So this is a moderately a good transit. I would like to, if I need to rate it out, I'll rate it 65 out of 100. More than 15% more better on that way. Okay. Then we will be coming to the last and final sign, which is the Pisces moon, Pisces ascendant people. Mars becoming the second lord, ninth lord into ninth. Mercury becoming the fourth lord, seventh lord going into the ninth. Jupiter in the fifth being the ascendant, tenth lord. Saturn in the ascendant. Although this will be a luck supporting in lot many ways through your spouse, through your business, through your mother, through your father. But basically both are Marka planet, so danger for the father, danger for the mother, danger for the spouse, giving a danger for you. Any long distance journey will be very scary. Threatful for your family, internal matters, property, and something like that. Look, Mars, Mercury are bitter enemy and bitter Marka planet in this ascendant. If your father is going through any operation, surgery, health consequences needs to be taken. Professionally, financially, I would like to say this is a good period, but internally, this is not a good with regard to the family, peace of life, threat to the father, mother, especially with the spouse, looking for an ideal spouse and marriage. Community marriage may happen or something like that in certain birth of a new member in the family is possible. Some great gains can luck can give you some great rewards, recognition is possible. You will be respected in some way or other way. But currently this sign is also experiencing the Sarasati, a threat to the father, mother, spouse. Because this conjunction is a very deadly combination. Both are Marka planets mainly. Mars is holding the Aries sign, primary Marka, Mercury is holding the Virgo. So some setback in business, cheating in business. I think you have to be very careful with the partnership, marriage, spouse, dealing with the other side. Although it's not going to help affect you in that bad way, but something you will feel that something happened bad in that way you might have not imagined. Luck might bless you in some way or good way. Some great achievement is also quite possible. Gaining some great windfall of money is possible. Promotion is possible through the father, mother, family, in-law, something in the business. And one way you can call it jackpot, but somewhere it will come up with a cost which can make you somehow regret, unhappy in some way. Long distance journey or traveling with some unknown stranger is not a very ideal transit. So that was the transit for the Scorpio people, basically, sorry, Pisces people. So friends, this was a small video I have made basically on the transit of what Mars can happen. But look, this is not the ultimate conclusion for anybody. You cannot take as a final word. This is just a basic assessment. Okay, keeping the global dynamics, keeping the climatic conditions this year, something abrupt situation might happen, some earthquake can happen, somebody can lose their property, somebody can lose their loved ones, assassination attempt might possible, some silent activity may happen. Be very careful with your speech or commenting somebody. Anybody engage in extramarital affair or something, this can expose them, something like that. So this is a silent treatment, a silent death kind of a situation right now because Scorpio and Mercury are not a very friendly planet. Somebody may create a great jackpot out of it if there some dashais is going. Anybody's in original chart, if Jupiter is aspecting this sign from anywhere, they might something really gain out of it for them. Basically, even the sun is aspecting this sign is very good in lot many ways, some great achievements may happen. But in those who chart, they have a Saturn here, Rahu here. They need to extremely very careful when the Mars and Mercury are passing through this sign for next 40 days. So friends, this was my basic observation probabilities I have shared with you. If you have any comments, any questions, I think you can drop down the comment section. And apart from that, I please request, please share this video to your friends and family. Put a like so it can reach to the maximum people. Subscribe this channel if you're for the viewing for the first time. Anybody willing to take professional consultation or want to study astrology one-to-one professionally on online basis, you can message me on my mobile number, WhatsApp number. I am sharing in the description center. So friends, that was the basic information for today. I'll be joining very soon with some interesting videos. Stay connected.